Hey everybody, welcome once again to our Low on Health Rambling. Today is Monday, June 20th, 2011. It is not June 17th, Friday 2011, which was my mother's birthday, which I unfortunately did forget. I'm usually one of the only people that never forget my mom's birthday, which is of course June 17th. For some reason it's a day I've always been able to remember because it's always kind of coincided with kind of the last day of school back up north. That's kind of how I always remembered it. It's also around Father's Day. My mom's birthday was. I think she was actually born on Father's Day. Unfortunately, this year, I honestly just totally forgot about it, which is a horrible thing for any son to do, and I apologize, Mom, for forgetting your birthday and kind of just being forgetful and kind of not a good son. I do apologize. It's something I don't usually do. For some reason, I don't have any reminders set up for it because I always just know when it's going to be, but this year, I just kind of dropped the ball. I don't know, maybe it's because I've been working a lot. I've actually been kind of sick recently. On the Thursday before it, actually, I took a half day from the state because I just haven't been feeling well and trying to feel better. And just kind of now just getting over a cold I've been going through, but which is no excuse whatsoever. I forgot my mom's birthday, and I do love her immensely. She's a great mom, and I have done a great disservice to her as a son, and I want to apologize and just kind of ramble on a little bit by how much I love my mom, and I'm sorry for missing your birthday. But she's on vacation right now. Actually, I just had dinner with her today, 3 days after her birthday that I forgot about. So, yeah. Sorry. Moving on. Have been doing a lot of stuff, watching a lot of things. Been doing a little gaming here and there. I did play Duke Nukem. Started Dungeon Siege 3. But I've been watching a lot of stuff just because I've been under the weather. I've just been kind of doing a lot of passive things. So I'm just going to breeze through here very super quick about things I'm watching. Try to keep this a really short video. First thing I want to talk about is going to be the Hubble HD IMAX 3D movie. In which case, this was narrated. It's kind of a little documentary thing talking about the Hubble, telescope observational dealie. It was a good little documentary. I usually kind of like to pick up one of these to watch every couple months or so. This one is narrated by Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a nice little film. I like sciencey stuff. It's very kind of information, very educational when it comes to the Hubble thing. In which case, you realize it was kind of just a really big giant telescope that apparently we put up there and it was broken to begin with. So we spent a lot of money on it, so whatever, but we've gotten, I guess, our money out of it. It's just cool, really cool to watch in high def. I didn't watch it in 3D, I didn't watch it in IMAX, but I watched it. It's just a really, really good kind of HD kind of documentary film, and definitely recommend it to people. Next thing I want to mention I've been watching is I finally remembered to start watching again Metalocalypse. I love Metalocalypse because it's a nice kind of Spinal Tap, animated thing, and you gotta love Deathlock. They're funny as hell, all the characters are great. But apparently I just totally forgot to watch the second half of that season, which ended, I think, last year. So I actually watched the back half of that, in which case I loved it. It was very refreshing to kind of go back and watch this great series, which I usually will forget about. This and Robot Chicken are two of the classic kind of Adult Swim stuff that I will watch, but I just totally forget about. And then when I watch it again later on, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. And it's great because that way I can plow through a bunch of episodes. Next thing I'm going to talk about here is a movie called Timer. This movie is on Netflix, and I definitely want to say right off the bat, if you have Netflix streaming, in which case I know you do, give it a watch. It is kind of a classic chick flick to a point, but it kind of has this nice little spin to it of kind of a sci-fi thing where you have this thing on your wrist that will tell you when you will meet your true love. And I just really like it from a societal standpoint of how people react and how people's lives change once they have that burden kind of taken away, that they know they're going to find their true love in these many days. And it's a very interesting film. And I also, if you've noticed the actress here, that is Emma Caulfield, who played Anya in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I love this actress. I love this type of character she plays. Kind of an Anya character, which is kind of a really self-centered, egotistical person. And I just love that type of character, and she nails that person perfectly. And I love the film. If you like the actress, if you like that concept, it's a good kind of chick flick to watch. But, sorry. I definitely want somebody I know to watch this, so I can kind of have a nice little kind of debate or just discussion on it. There's a lot of things I want to talk about and just kind of societal impacts like something like this would have. But I haven't really had anybody kind of smart enough to kind of talk with me about it and kind of just kind of spitball off each other and kind of just get an idea and, talk about it and explore the different themes and whatnot in it. So, Timer, really good movie. Definitely recommend it to a lot of people. Next movie here is going to be called Paul. This is, of course, the Simon Pegg and Nick Frost film, in which case this does not have Edgar Wright directing it. It does have Near Park producing it. But Simon Pegg and Nick Frost did write this. It's the two British guys coming over here. They meet an alien voiced by Seth Rogen. Yada, yada, yada. I wasn't expecting much out of this film. I'm surprised it came out on a Blu-ray as quick as it did. It was only Thursday, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. But I watched it, and, you know, it was better than I thought it was going to be. Not great. It's not as great as Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead, I can tell you that much. But a good, entertaining film nonetheless, and if you were thinking about watching it, go ahead and watch it. Next thing I want to talk about is going to be Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. This is, of course, I think a Taiwanese-Chinese film, in which case it's kind of about two superheroes in kind of feudal China, feudal Japan. In which case, how they kind of want to retiring and live the easy life and kind of just be married and enjoy life. And it's just kind of a nice little kind of film if you like these types of films. I haven't watched anything like this in a very long while, and it was just refreshing to watch. Kind of like if you like the Guy to Cook Ring or kind of like Stephen Chow type of films. It's kind of along those lines, not too goofy, but just a good, a nice little kind of film to watch. So if you like that type of stuff, like those foreign type of film, definitely give us a watch. I enjoyed it. Moving on here. I have started watching an anime series that Mike, who was one of my coworkers at Animation, I mentioned I would like, because I'm very much a big fan of the lost time, kind of, you know, lost memories type of existence type of thing. And this is kind of a series he mentioned that kind of has that type of theme, in which case it's about a group of friends, and one of their friends dies, and they kind of just all grow apart, and it's like 5 years later, and the other one's having visions of the girl that passed away. And they basically kind of just see how they all kind of drifted apart, and they all kind of reminisce and whatnot, and deal with his visions of seeing her. And I just really like the cast of characters, just the overall theme. I think it's a really good show, and it's just kind of subdued and kind of mundane. It's just a nice, easy pace. It looks great. I mean, I really like kind of just the vistas of it and kind of just the basic modern kind of Japanese feel to it. Great soundtrack and everything. It's still ongoing now, and I'll probably be watching it ongoing. But other than that, I do plan on watching soon Sucker Punch and finishing up Game of Thrones TV series soon. And Banco, I think I'm also watching. I'm working on the second half of that. But I'm trying to keep this short. Other than that, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I am so sorry, Mom, for forgetting your birthday, but I'm not going to mention how old you are, but I am sorry yet again. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time.